we always arrive on time. Okay, not when we said we were going to. I said 2:30, but some of us had technical difficulties. Not calling anybody out. Certainly not here. Uh, hopefully,
be nice.
hopefully everybody's doing well. Did you say one big surprise? Is that the way you said it?
One big surprise. I said there was one big surprise. Yeah.
All right, so everybody, that was not the Uncanny Omar. That was Kurtis. I said one big surprise. I'm just gonna say we're gonna put a book in here that I was gonna wait until Thursday to announce when we do the live solicitations for February from Marvel. Kurtis will be joining me for that at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I was like, hey, let's go ahead and let people know today. So, Kurtis said one big surprise. I just said one extra book. Remember that.
It's a surprise. It's going to be a surprise.
Okay, whether it's a good surprise or bad surprise, depending on who you are.
Yeah, it's still a surprise.
Happy to have everybody here. Thank you, Kurtis, for this last minute. Like, seriously, this is as breaking news as it gets for here, because I just got the list and I said, hey, Kurtis, let's do an episode. Because I could do one pre-recorded, but it's a lot of fun to do this with friends and a lot of fun to have everybody in here, whether they're happy or not. And first of all, Josh, stay in school. Keep trying, buddy. Don't give up, okay? What's going on, Walt? How are you, brother? So do not give up on school. So, yes, happy to have people here for the first time. I was trying to do it early enough, okay? Early enough so everybody can join us from overseas. So I know it's late over there. It's early enough here. But here we are. Top Dog, the Complete Collection, Volume 2. You are good, Edward. Because
wow.
I bet we get that before we get Man of Steel Omnibus. Really quick, I just want to remind everybody to smash that like button, please. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Check out Kurtis. Kurtis, where are you from? What do you do when you're not hanging out with me, my brother?
Well, I'm on the Epic Marvel podcast, the show that I run where we talk about comics, Marvel comics, classic stuff that appears in the Epic collections. I have an episode dropping later today that's not an Epic collection. It's a conversation about Tomb of Dracula, Complete Collection, Volume 3.
Oh, interesting. I don't collect Epics, yet I enjoy this program. Thank you so much. What a good guy.
You better start quick. Once you buy one, you'll be tempted to buy them all.
It is a great way to collect these stories. Sadly, the Dazzler fans haven't gotten to you yet, Kurtis. Then I take it, the Dazzler fan. Actually, Kurtis is a Dazzler fan, aren't you?
Honestly, I've never read a single Dazzler comic in my whole life.
That's as bad as saying you're not a Dazzler fan.
I'm not opposed to it. If there's an Epic collection, I'll definitely read it.
Peter Porker, the Amazing Spider-Ham, but not Dazzler.
Oh, man, I'm a sucker for the Star Comics stuff.
Hey, Omar, can't wait for this list. Let's get the party started and hi to my fellow Canadian, Kurtis.
Awesome.
Okay, I will say you will not get Omnibus Breaking News here. I will be doing a separate Omnibus Breaking News probably on Tuesday. What's up, Freddie? How are you doing, brother? My guess is a spectacular announcement. Again, everybody, Kurtis said a big announcement. I just said one more book. Make sure nobody yells at the right person. You know what would be a big surprise? DC versus Marvel Epic.
Whoa.
Final Shadow. Let me tell you something. Right now. Nothing against my brothers and sisters that love Epic collections. But if Marvel were to ever release a DC versus Marvel versus DC, that's omnibus material right there. That is, obviously, no offense to anybody that collects Epics. That will come in Epics, maybe. But if they had the license to do it, maybe for one print run, omnibus all the way. It could be.
Can you imagine that?
It could be a $200 omnibus. People will buy it. People would buy it. It would be insane.
If they put DC versus Marvel plus Amalgam, and then the sequel plus the Amalgam sequel, all in one book, all in one omnibus, that would be amazing.
Yes. Okay. So, Kurtis, you want to get started? I'm sorry. It's not happening in Epic format, dude.
Nope. Well, I wasn't talking about. I said omnibus.
Yeah, that would be your first omnibus you buy?
I have the Muppet Babies omnibus. Thank you very much.
Actually, Freddie's right. They would release, like, DC will make a deal with Marvel. DC will be like, okay, you guys release the classic stuff in omnibus format. We get to release the new modern stuff from the 90s in absolute format. It would be insane. That
would be cool.
Oh, JLA Avengers hardcover needs that's one that's up in the air, probably not for a long time, brother. All right, so we're going to be announcing just reprints of Epic collections. There's a total of 8 of them, I believe. I just got the list, hot off the presses, sent it to Kurtis. We put a little slideshow together for you all. Thank you, everybody, for being here on this live episode. And then we decided to throw in one of the epics that we were going to be announcing on, when was that, Friday?
Thursday
at 11:30. Also, one of the other books that leaked out that we've known about for a while, and I don't know if it's really coming or not because it's not officially on the solicits, I don't think, is the Marvel 2-in-1.
Marvel 2-in-1 Volume 2. We've been waiting for that one for a while.
Yeah, I remember that was on a list last year, and then Marvel decided to push it to this year. Or no, for 2022, but I don't know if that's really coming out or not. I don't think the solicits are out there.
We haven't had any official word about the release dates. One of the people on the Facebook group just kind of stumbled upon that as he was digging through Penguin Random House's files on the back end. Somebody
messaged me, and I was like, "Oh!" They tagged me, and I went in there. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's one that we knew about. We just didn't know that when it was coming. So hopefully it will come." Okay, so Kurtis, I'm going to share your screen. Hit F11 if you don't mind up at the top so people can see it full screen. Don't break your computer.
Did that do it?
No. Do you have a Mac? What do you have?
I have a Mac.
Oh, man. Mac is different.
Let's just leave it like this. It'll be fine. Okay.
And everybody see this. Kurtis put this together. Or is this better? It doesn't matter now because Kurtis just hit next. All right.
You're just doing it. Okay, these are reprints for May of 2022. Where did Omar go? Now he's gone.
I'm here with you.
Oh, you're there? Okay. Perfect.
I'll never leave you.
Okay. Avengers Epic Collection Volume 22, Operation Galactic Storm. Now, these are all stuff that is currently out of print, of course. Some of these have been out of print for a long time. This is one that has been out of print for quite a while, and people have been asking for it. Command F.
Command F, Kurtis, if you please. Thank you, OmniBuddy. Big shout out to OmniBuddy and his channel. Now watch you format your Mac after that command. Did you do it?
No! Command F just gave me the find.
No, that's the find. Oh my gosh, Kurtis.
You can read this. Everyone can read this. Come on.
Control.
This is fine. This is okay.
You guys are jerks. All right. I'm happy to see this. I'm happy to see this. This one came and went, and I waited way too long to get it. It's been out of print for a few years, and it seriously came and went. And one that we desperately needed back in print. There were 2 other trade paperbacks available a couple of years ago, or actually over 10 years ago, but now this is the all-in-one.
This is a good story too. People really hold this as a high point for 90s Avengers, so it's worth picking up if you haven't already. Ready for the next one, Omar?
I guess I am there, Command F. That's your new name. All right, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, next one. Wolverine Epic Collection Volume 1, Madripoor Nights. This one was a surprise to me because it just got reprinted a couple of months ago, and it went out of print really, really fast again, so they are giving it new life. This is going to be the 3rd printing for this one.
It's Wolverine. It's a Volume 1, so I'm sure it will sell. Hit the little green button. Somebody's saying that up at the top left-hand
side. Not good. That's still going to show the bar.
Kurtis, don't argue with these people. At least it's bigger this way, okay? Sorry, guys. Kurtis is in a mood today. Somebody fooled him into making Command F, which is fine. So, yes, Wolverine is coming back into print. I'm thinking the reason this is happening is because we're getting a reprint of the Omnibus. We're getting a reprint of Omnibus Volume 2. But the people that want to collect just trade paperbacks, this is out of print in the distribution centers. So whatever's left in comic stores and retailers is what's left. So this is why this one's being reprinted. That's just my guess.
There you go. Yep.
And it's a Volume 1. So it goes back to what David said about making sure that Volume 1 stay in stock.
Now, there was a slight reprint with the second printing of this volume, of this title, because on the spine, the Wolverine was like lower than all the rest, so it looks really, really weird on your bookshelf. So they'll probably correct it for this.
On the second printing.
On the second printing, yeah.
Oh, well, I will make sure I mention that make sure that they fix the spine. No more talk of spines. Let's keep going.
June, so there's just 2 every month here, which has been a typical pattern for the reprints. 2 every month. So here's June 2022. Excalibur Epic Collection, Volume 1, The Sword is Drawn.
I love that this finally is coming out. There's a name I'm happy to see. What's going on, Michael Edmond? Try having your cat randomly walk over your keyboard. That works for me.
Yeah, small children also. Toddlers, that also works.
So this is one that I've been asked about for so long. When is the omnibus going to be reprinted? When is and it's funny because it's the Epic people screaming at me for Excalibur reprint of the Epic collection, and the omnibus people screaming at me and a lot of them come from the UK. I don't blame them. This is your team from over there. If we had a Peruvian X-Men team, it would be maybe 1 or 2 characters because that's all we had. But you guys had a whole bunch of and you even imported some of your superheroes from America and Germany. And the future. But anyway, Excalibur Epic Collection Volume 1, The Sword is Drawn, is coming back to print in June of 2022. So collecting the exact same material that you've had before, Captain Britain 1 and 2, Excalibur 1 through 11, Special Edition, which is the kickoff, Mojo Mayhem, which has beautiful artwork by Arthur Adams, and the material from Mighty World of Marvel 7, 14 through 15, and Marvel Comics Presents 31 through 38. I believe that's the one with artwork by Mike Badger, right, Curtis?
No, Eric Larson.
Larson does? Oh, that's right. Larson does. What is that? The Air... something?
No, it's one where they like travel through all these different like fantasy worlds and book parodies.
Thank you, sir. That's it.
Yeah,
the Peruvian duo, a boy and his llama. Make jokes like that. I'm from Peru. We didn't have that many superheroes. I'm not kidding. I don't think we still have any that represents Peru. But I'm not complaining. My favorite superheroes don't have to look like me. Curtis.
Totally. Ready for the next one? Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, Volume 1, Great Power, coming back again, I think, for the 4th time. This might be the 4th reprint.
And one thing I need to stress and Curtis can back me up on this, is that whenever these books are reprinted, they are in smaller print runs. They are in no way the print runs that they do for regular epics. This goes back to a conversation I had with David years ago when he told me how did he put it? It's almost not cost effective to reprint Epic collections because it takes so much money going into them that one print run should be okay. But now, so I'm not saying they're throwing us a bone by reprinting these. Rather, get them while they're still in print.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is one that, as Curtis has said, this has been in print many times. And it's because it's a volume 1. Hopefully it'll keep coming back into print for people that miss it. So there it is.
There it is. Okay, let's keep going over to July 2022. Captain America Epic Collection Volume 4, Hero or Hoax. It's been a while since we've had an early Captain America volume. We haven't had Captain America 5 yet, and it's been a number of years. But this one has been out of print for quite a while now, and people do seem to be looking for it quite a bit. So happy to have this one back.
I haven't seen this cover in so long. I looked at it and I said, is that a new cover?
Yeah. It's not a volume that gets talked about very much, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's still Stan Lee.
I'm glad that they're reprinting this one. This is one that, you're right, not everybody adds it to their list, but it was one that I definitely have been asked about.
Okay, next up. Fantastic Four Epic Collection Volume 21, The New Fantastic Four.
One of my favorite all-time awesome, amazing 3-part stories with the New Fantastic Four, with artwork by Arthur Adams. The stories by Walt Simonson, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
This is all during Walt Simonson's awesome run, and it introduces us to the New Fantastic Four. What if the Fantastic Four had died on an island with kaiju? Oh my God, this has everything. This felt like Arthur Adams said, okay, I'll do your silly story, Walt, but we have to throw kaiju in there. And Walt was like, done. That's what this is. Oh, this is so good. I like this. I love it.
This is the last half of this book is the finale of Simonson's run, and then the other half of this book is the beginning of Tom DeFalco's run. And they are pumping out the DeFalco books right now. Like there's one coming out next week and then another one coming out in a couple months from now. So if you want to get a complete run of the DeFalco run on Fantastic Four, you're going to want to pick this one up too.
Sounds like a sales pitch. Good job, Curtis.
Definitely. One thing to note, though, is that this book and the Captain America Hero or Hoax came out around the same time when Marvel decided to use like super thick Epic Collection paper. And so I can't imagine they're going to use that same heavy, bulky stock for these reprints. So they're probably going to be a bit thinner.
Rebel by Design saying, I like things bra accents. Well, that was during a time when, spoilers, it wasn't Ben Grimm. It was somebody else going as the Thing.
Yep, you can see two of them on the cover right here.
I love this. I love that issue. And then we got 2 for August, right?
Two for August.
This is going to be a short episode. We won't take all your time.
That's right.
Collection, Epic Collection Volume 4, The Mystery of the Black Panther. So it makes sense that they're bringing this one back because it's Black Panther, right? Black Panther's going to be huge next year. We have all these Omnis. I think he's getting 4 Omnis.
Whoa.
And probably more that haven't been announced yet. Maybe. And now we're getting these books back into print.
Yep. And this is classic stuff. This is like the high point in Kirby and Lee's Fantastic Four run. A lot of Inhumans in this volume here as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have one more.
One more.
Yeah.
This one is a lot of people are asking for this one.
Yep.
Finally, it's coming back. Volume 17, Disillusion and Rebirth.
This is one that came and went quick. Another one because it's Jim Lee, right? You have Jim Lee on the cover. It has a lot of artwork in here by Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri. So a lot of people wanted this one back in print. This and what is it? Always Darkest Before the
Dawn. Yeah.
Volume 4, I think?
Volume 4. That's right.
Yeah. Those are the 2 that I get asked about often, and here it finally is.
So hopefully Volume 4 won't be too far behind, maybe in the next round of announcements, but we'll have to see. Okay, so here's a recap for you in case you are coming in late. May, we get Avengers Operation Galactic Storm and Wolverine Madripoor Knights. In June, we get Excalibur, Sword is Drawn, and Amazing Spider-Man Great Power. In July, Captain America Hero or Hoax and Fantastic Four, The New Fantastic Four. And in August, Fantastic Four Mystery of the Black Panther and X-Men Disillusion and Rebirth. 8 upcoming reprints.
I love that we're getting these again back into print. I remember when it was a big deal to get maybe 1 a year.
Yeah.
Now we're getting 8 in 4 months.
Yeah, 2 a month. And it's been that way for the past over a year now, I think, 2 a month. So it's really, really good. Yeah.
So we do have one book we wanted to talk about. We want to show you guys for joining us live. We wanted to make it, special.
Yep.
Depending on how you feel about the character. I really wish this is the book that I was thinking about when I heard about it months ago. And I thought of Phil Owens. He can't make it here. He'll be watching this later.
Yep.
Because Phil Owens hates this era.
He hates the 90s with a passion, and he hates Venom in particular. So we know he's going to love this. Here we go. Ready to show it?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Carnage, Epic Collection, Volume 1, Born in Blood. Collecting, of course, the origin story from Amazing Spider-Man 361 to 363. And then this is a big double dip for people. This is all of Maximum Carnage. Amazing Spider-Man 378 to 380, Web of Spider-Man 101 to 103, Spider-Man 35 to 37, and Spectacular Spider-Man 201 to 203, plus Spider-Man Unlimited number 1 and 2, which is the beginning and end of Maximum Carnage, and then a big story from Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 28. So this is not the same as the Spider-Man Epic Collection called Maximum Carnage, because that one has a graphic novel, an original graphic novel that's not included in this. Yeah. And then this one, of course, has the Carnage story plus the Spider-Man Annual number 28.
This definitely, remember when I said Venom is going to change everything, right? That when did we announce that? Venom last year?
You mean Venom? Yep.
Mm-hmm. The Epic Collection? Yeah, I remember stating that the cells of Venom is going to change the way they look at epics forever. And here we are, about a year later. We've had a couple of other epics from the 90s. And like we have a Deadpool epic coming out.
Yep, Generation X.
Generation X. And here is Carnage Epic Collection. So
Yep.
for those people that are wondering about, the material that was collected in the omnibus editions, I believe that this is how they're going to collect it in trade paperback format. So, I mean, honestly, there's not a lot of material for Carnage, unlike Venom, but a lot of it will be, I assume, will be collected in 3 of these.
I think because there's the old Carnage Classic trade.
Yeah, but that had a lot of this already. That had 361 and 363. It had some.
It didn't have any of Maximum Carnage in it.
Oh, it didn't?
No. So it has, it skipped over Maximum Carnage, and then it went straight to the Venom Carnage Unleashed miniseries. Then it had the one-shots like Mind Bomb and It's a Wonderful Life. It had the Ben Reilly story where the symbiote takes over Ben Reilly, and the one where the symbiote takes over Silver Surfer. Like, it goes into that era. And is pretty much a full volume. You could get another full epic collection out of the Carnage Classic. And then after that, it gets pretty modern.
After that, we get into the modern era of Carnage, which is all collected in the Carnage Omnibus. So I see, before we get a Carnage Omnibus reprint, I think a lot of that will probably be collected in Epic Collection, which is insane to think about, considering how modern a lot of those runs are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting. I'm serious. That Venom book changed the way epics are done here. Let's quickly highlight you and I and talk a little bit about the reveals today. So, what's your number one that you're excited about? Like, anybody in the chat, please, or comment later. What's the book that you're excited about that's being reprinted, and what you want to see being reprinted maybe in the next, I guess it would be September to December of 2022.
Oh, man.
I'll ask Kurtis since I can hear him.
Okay, well, I'm hoping for all of you out there that we get some Star Wars reprints. I'm not sure what the hesitancy is on that, but yeah, lots of people. That's what I get asked more about Star Wars reprints than about, X-Men Disillusion and Rebirth. So I'm hoping. Edward here says Immortal Flesh. Immortal Flesh. That's a Thor reprint. Thor? That's kind of a really big one as well. I get asked about that a lot.
Is not Rune Quest, but War of the Pantheons? Is that another big one of Thor? That's
the
weird spine color.
Yeah, that one is one of the very first epics to ever come out, and I think those print runs are huge because that one hasn't sold out yet.
It's been sitting on that purple spine for a while.
Yep.
Avengers 22, it's the only book on this list for me, which is, of course, Galactic Storm. A lot of people missed on that one.
Yep.
So Immortal Flesh, what volume is that?
That's the one right after War of the Pantheon. What is that?
Right before the Thor War, isn't it? So 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it went out pretty quick, and it's been really hard to find ever since. A lot of people are looking for that.
I want some Daredevil love. They're all out of print. Aren't some coming into print next year?
Heart of Darkness. Yep, Heart of Darkness is coming back into print in a couple of months, I think. But that's the only Daredevil that I'm aware of. But yeah, those ones are mostly gone.
So happy about Fantastic Four Volume 4. It'll complete my Lee Kirby run. Excalibur #1. Galactic Storm is the best. Galactic Storm is awesome. Dang, Jose got 2. Excalibur 1 and X-Men #17. Reprinted the wrong Excalibur volume. Which what's the other one that's out of print?
He wants the omnibus.
Oh, well, there's nothing I can do about that in this episode. Tune in later. Don't care if it's Epic or CC, but I'd love to see all the Abnett era. Oh my gosh, I know. I have a email going with a couple of friends of mine that live overseas, and that's all we talk about is Death's Head 1 and 2. And how much of that era has not been properly collected because a lot of it is copyright material. Like,
right, yeah.
Death's Head's hanging out with Doctor from Doctor Who and Transformers.
Yep.
So, I mean, it would have to be a different company to do that.
They did release that one Death's Head collection not too long ago.
Yeah, the classic stuff.
Yeah, the classic stuff. But yeah,
More obscure
to follow
characters like Killraven. All right, look, here's the thing. If I can't get an Nth Man Omnibus, I'll take an Nth Man Epic Collection. All in one. Just like Killraven. Killraven was one of my favorite reads this year. Like, I love that book. I'm surprised.
Mhm. Darkhawk, then.
These announcements are proof. Yes. Well, let's not get crazy. Let's get Darkhawk and Omnibus. Then we can talk about the Epic Darkhawk. Okay? These announcements are proof that even if something goes out of print, demand will encourage publishers such as Marvel to print, eventually reprint. So many have need of Galactic Storm. Yes, sir. What is up, Aaron? I'm happy for the X-Men collection, Dissolution and Rebirth. It'll complete the X-Men epic run for now. Yeah, man, that's a big one. I'm glad that this one helped you out, my dude. I'm glad to see Captain America 4 reprinted. Hope that bodes well for the rest of Englehart's run to come out in epic format. Are they done? They are done with Grunwald, right? With the new announcement we had?
I think they've got one more Grunwald to go.
It's the tail end, right?
Yeah.
Where he is dying, has to be put into. Ooh, that era. That era.
The one with the suit of armor that he wears.
And then when Mark Wade takes over, he's like, yeah, we're gonna make like we're not gonna acknowledge that much. Please reprint the first two Punisher epics are out of print, huh? I think how many are there? 5 of the Punisher? There's 6. I will say that I've taken I took a look at the list, and originally there were a couple of more in there, but they have been moved probably to a later time, which happens.
Of reprints, you mean?
No, not reprints of the new collections.
Oh, new stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Some people are mentioning some of the things they want to see, and some of those names were in there, but like I mentioned, they have been moved. Dang it, how many There's 5 Punishers, right? Joe Cool's saying 5.
3, 4, 5. Yep, there are 5.
Yeah, 5. Hoping for a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man 4, Wolverine Volume 2, and Captain America Volume 13, 16, and 17. Wow, there's a lot of Grunwalds out of print. Or no.
Yep.
That's the early stuff right there. Is Master Kung Fu 3 there? I haven't seen that book since it last saw me. I don't know if that will. I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah. The Omnis. What's up, Otis? Thank you. What a devoted fan. Watching from the carpool. Does anybody bag their epics to protect them? What size works best? Interesting question from Atomic Hound. Do you bag them, Curtis?
You can see clearly that I do not. There are no bags on my books.
He likes to let them breathe.
I've heard that the Golden Age bags fit epics really, really nicely. So if you can find yourself Golden Age size bags, that would be the way to go. But yeah, I mean, people who live in places with high humidity, I think, tend to bag them so that you don't get a lot of exposure to condensation and such. I don't have that problem here.
That wasn't an announcement, Rebel by Design. I forgot to pick up Killraven. That's the best announcement for me. Then that you need to go pick that up, because I don't see that book being high in demand for being reprinted after it's gone. Honestly,
yeah,
because it's so obscure, but it's a lot of fun. I really dug it, and the artwork is top notch, man. You have a lot of talent in there. You have Neil Adams and then P. Craig Russell. So good. I've now abandoned the Wolverine and New Mutant Epic lines because they put so much content into the Omni. So you hear that? You hear that, Curtis? I've upgraded.
He downgraded.
He upgraded. I know that hurts Curtis.
Yeah,
no first Punisher epic yet. No, but there is the Omnibus Punisher Back to War. I think Back to the War. That one collects those first few chronological order appearances of the Punisher, Frank Castle.
And we just announced recently the new Spider-Man Epic Collection, Volume 8, which is going to have the first appearance and first early appearances of Punisher in that book.
Yeah. Omar, I've never seen you cover Invincible, so I'm just curious what your thoughts are on it. And also, where should I start reading Iron Man as an Omni guy? An Omni guy. There's not a lot of Iron Man. I think the Michelini Leighton one is out of print right now.
That's the only classic Iron Man Omni, right?
Well, outside of the Silver Age, they've done
outside of the Silver Age.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, this is tough because that and the Kurt Busiek and Sean Chen, that one's out of print as well. I'd recommend that one. Honestly, man, if you're an Omni though, oof, I got nothing. If you got trade paperbacks, I could suggest some. But as far as Omnibus, are you okay with just trade paperbacks? As far as Invincible, I really like it. It's one of my top 10 favorite Image comics. I did an overview of the deluxe hardcovers. If you want to check that out on the channel, I'm a big fan of the artwork. What's up? It's Planet X-Men. What's up, Planet X-Men? Thank you so much for sharing the stories and videos. So Golden Age bags are great, huh?
I personally haven't tried them myself, but that's what I hear when that question is actually asked quite a bit over on the Epic Collection page on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Great Lake Avenger. No. No. Isn't Silver Surfer 1 out already or been out? Epic Collection Volume 1?
Yeah.
It's come out already.
It has. That's the one that collects all of Silver Surfer's early Fantastic Four appearances. But Volume 2, that collects his first series, is not out.
Too much Omni talk in the chat. All right, guys, let's focus back on Epics. Like, we got to respect Kurtis. Actually, really happy about Cat Volume 4 getting reprinted, as it fills a hole in my collection between Epics and Omnis I have. Hopefully, Volume 3, Bucky Reborn, gets a reprint in the future.
Yep.
You're good. I'm hoping Iron Man Omnis come out. I do too. If trades are good, get either there's the Warren Ellis run, there's the Matt Fraction run. I'm really liking the Cantwell run. It's the newest run. It's a lot of fun.
Heroes Reborn, if you like that stuff.
I mean, okay, yeah, if you like that stuff. It's got good artwork if you like the 90s. Did they do a Heroes Return Iron Man?
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. Heroes Return. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, then yes, I do agree with that.
This one.
Yes, that one, the complete collection, right?
Yes.
So that one, yes. He said Heroes Reborn, which is...
I get that. Yeah. No. I wasn't talking about Heroes Reborn.
Mm-hmm. Carnage Epic jumps the Epic Shark. Not yet, Edward. Not yet. There's other titles they could jump the shark with, and I dare not mention them. Omar, what's your opinion on Next Wave, Agent of Hate graphic novels? One of my favorite ones. I love that stuff. I love Next Wave. Yes, Boom Boom was completely written out of character, as well as Machine Man in a way, but it was still a lot of fun if you can take it out of continuity, right? Will DC Comics bring back the Chronicles line, or will it release more Golden and Silver Age trade paperbacks? I don't know.
Juggernaut will find another way to start.
Would be cool. He is my favorite X-Men character.
Yeah, that would be that'd be a hard one to do. It'd be so many bits and pieces.
Yeah, Kurtis.
I'm working on it. Have you seen? I've started some videos. I've started the journey of making my own Elf Epic collections. They're going to be hardcover because that's how I can make. I'm self-binding them, and so I'm chronicling my journey over on my YouTube channel. It's going to be a long process, but we'll see how it goes.
I don't think Spider-Man versus Venom got voted in our top 20 this year. So maybe next year, whenever we do the poll, it might get voted. You just want more Spider-Man. We announced the new Spider-Man, right? Was it 26? 16? What did we announce?
We announced number 8.
8.
Which was the Conway era with the first appearance of Punisher. I think that's the only one we announced in this last run of announcements.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you're gonna get turned, Kurtis. You're dabbling in hardcovers.
I just don't know. I can't find a good YouTube tutorial on how to make a good self-make a paperback. That's the only thing.
What are your thoughts on 2-in-1? So, 2-in-1 was on a list that I got last year, and it was supposed to be out this spring. However, they decided to take it out for whatever reason. Probably reshuffling the schedule. And then it showed up, I think, not on the, did it show up on the catalog, or did it show up in a TFAW website?
The image that's been circulating now, it showed up. It's it's kind of a funny story. One of the guys on the Facebook group types, because on the Hachette website they put all of their images, and the image names are the ISBN numbers. And so he's been trying to find all the cover art by typing in the ISBN numbers in the Hachette website, like .jpg. And he typed in one that he thought was Ghost Rider, but then it popped up the Marvel 2-in-1 artwork. So it's been on the website. There's no listing for it or anything, but he was able to find it just in the back end there.
Wow, that's a lot of work. They
probably put it there. He probably put it up on their website in anticipation of them announcing it way back when, and then when it got pushed, they just left it there on their server.
Which is the only thing I worry about when people have asked me, is this real? I mean, it was real. Yes, it was not officially solicited.
Yeah,
but it was supposed to go into a catalog, and then they pulled it. So
they did have plans at one point.
Yeah, until I hear back from Marvel, we'll see.
Yep.
I hope it comes back. I would love a Marvel team up epic. Is that a possibility?
Oh, it's always a possibility, I think. Yeah. Especially since it's Spider-Man, it'll sell better than The Thing. I'm sure it'll come eventually. That's one of my top ones that I want.
Team up.
How far
into 2-in-1 need to get to hit Machine Man? Could do with his appearance between Ditko and the 2020 series. What? I don't know. When does he come into the 2-in-1?
That's toward the end, isn't it? I think. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I never got those single issues. So this is a good question, though. What do you call epic collectors?
On the Facebook group, sometimes the people are called Epicureans.
Epicureans, interesting.
Yeah.
Readers. I don't know what to call ourselves. Call yourself a reader, man. Omar, did you add the NECA Gargoyles Goliath figure to your collection? I'd love an epic collection for that short-lived series. Those trade paperbacks, by the way, brother, are completely out of print and worth a lot of money for Gargoyles. So Gargoyles had a short-lived series, and if you search for those were some of my whales I've been searching for. Those in the oh my gosh, was it the Boom, DuckTales? Yeah, the DuckTales and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Those books, whoo! Epicurean, epic collectors.
There you go.
Epic elites. Legendary.
Just don't call us late for dinner.
Wow, dad jokes fired. 35 titles I listed, and they gave us Carnage. Sorry, nope.
Well, this is just a bonus to what was already announced, so it's we'll have another round coming up in a few months.
The ISBN we used was the one used on the Ghost Rider cover in the last video.
Right.
Interesting.
So which I think that was just like a template or something like that. They just didn't swap out the barcode.
Thank you. We do. We definitely need some kind of line from DC, which they did start with their Bronze Age. It just didn't. They just unfortunately didn't carry through. Like they kind of stopped that line. They only did a couple of volumes, like Bronze Age Justice League, and was it Legion of Superheroes? I think whatever it was. Like the number was on the back. Epic collector's name, the Cult of Kurtis. Is that what you guys would call yourself?
I like that. Yeah.
When you guys do your voting for the most wanted book, for the most wanted omnibus reprints, I usually send that out by March, so probably early February. They already had the list from this year. Might be a good idea to do the poll on the Facebook group for which one, because here's the thing. The reason I did it we did an amazing job. I had some help doing it with Louise, and there was another gentleman that helped me out. We used the Google Drive because not everybody has social media. So people felt left out because we did do social media 2 years ago, I think, for the most wanted omnibus reprints. And people were like, man, I don't have social media. How can I vote? So I said, all right, forget social media. This year, we're going to do a shared drive. So I had to remove some of the multiple votes, though. People came in with the same IP address. But it was a lot of fun to put that together. Everyone needs to vote for Tomb of Dracula and Clone Saga Omnis this time. I got let down this year top 20. Tomb of Dracula almost made it, man. It's just such a niche. I don't see, honestly. Tomb of Dracula has had 2 reprints. Has had 2 printings. I forgot volume 1. It both didn't sell spectacular, so perhaps they're gonna wait a little bit, maybe around the time the Blade movie comes around.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably go full bore with the Blade stuff and Tomb of Dracula when that movie comes out.
No Man's Land had fat traits. It did, but the way they collect epic collections though is chronological order. Nothing gets left behind, and the numbers on the back. That's what makes them great. It's great. What's up, new Spooey channel? How you doing, brother? What are the chances of the Omnis getting picked in the top 20 by Marvel? We already have, I think, 9 or 11 that have gotten picked. I just announced Iron Fist this week. Expanded. They even made it better.
Nice.
So the chances are really good. Last year, all our top 10. This year, I decided to send them 20 and try to sneak it in there to see how well that worked. We'll see. Last year, they have reprinted all the top 10, every single one of them. Dracula, yes. Clones, never. It's divisive, man. That story arc is divisive. That Clone Saga gets a lot of hate. For a lot of people, that was the end of the Spider-Man era.
Yeah.
And, for a lot of people, Onslaught was the end of the X-Men era. Ben Reilly's Spider-Man. It makes no sense not having the Omnis reprinted. Well, I mean, he's Spider-Man right now. Let's wait 6 months.
Yeah, but that's when they should be reprinting the Omnis to capitalize on all of that.
I think the story just kind of came about, right? Usually Omnis take a long time to get. I mean, they take a long time to get into the books. I don't know if they're that far ahead in the stories. I would say they're 6 months ahead.
I have no idea.
If you're writing a story monthly. Anyway, we desperately need an X-Men Volume 12, the gift reprint, mostly because my dog peed on my.
Well, why are you letting your dog read your books?
When are we going to get a Millie the Model Epic collection? Dude, I'm not kidding. I had so many people reach out to me after seeing they got the 1961 omnibus, and they were like, Omar, I know this is not going to happen, but is there any way you can tell David that we need these Millie the Model? There's a couple other titles in there that have never you've never seen the light of day in collected editions. I'm going to go ahead and, I mean, honestly, it just takes a lot of money to restore that stuff.
Yep.
And I don't know. I mean, they would to get their money back, they'd have to sell at a premium price of $200. And is anybody really going to pay $200 for a restored Millie the Model? I don't know. I mean,
I guess that's what the 1961 book is for, is testing the waters for a bunch of that old stuff, I think.
I mean, we're getting a 1962 next year. So
yep.
I spotted Clone Saga Volume 2 Omni in my local comic shop only last week. Hey,
there you go.
Charging retail. If they're charging retail, go for it.
Yep.
Hear me out. Gambit Epic Collection. Here's some more 90s love.
That's not a bad option, actually, because Gambit had his own series and some mini-series and such. They could
classics and then put in Rogue.
Yep.
Yeah, Curtis, you tell Dean the surprise.
New Epic Collection starring this guy.
Yeah. There it is. Omar, have you talked to David about including the Charleston Chew promo in the next Wolverine? I did. I did, man. He ghosted that email. He didn't even reply back. He's like, get this fool out of here trying to put in that horrible little giveaway. It did have Sam Keith on art, though, just saying. And you don't need to, I mean, it's only just a few pages. Original Captain Marvel. We need Adam Warlock. Captain Marvel would be cool. 90s Captain Marvel would be phenomenal. The Peter David run. But I'd rather have that all in one, like an omnibus. Actually, it would take 2 omnis to do that one. 13 likes. Hit refresh, man. Hit refresh. Dang, Omar, that's cold. We need that. Yeah, sometimes they listen. Maybe he was busy. Maybe he was busy that day. I'll bring it in, and then he's gonna be like, Please quit asking me about this stupid candy bar. We really need a reprint of the Spider-Man, the complete Alien Costume Saga, Book 1. Is that one out of print?
Yeah, I think they both are, and I'm pretty sure that they'll hold off because we're going to approach that in the Epic collections pretty quickly here. If they keep going in chronological order.
It wouldn't be mapped the same way, though, right?
No, it definitely wouldn't be mapped the same way. Especially, yeah, the Volume 2 has a bunch of Marvel team-up issues and such, but I mean, it's Spider-Man, so they could do whatever they want and it'll sell. That's a great question, Omar.
Conan, after those two upcoming Conan Chronicles.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe one day. I know a lot of people have been wanting that King Conan. I as well.
I bet they will, because Conan, those books they keep pumping them up and people keep buying them. So, like, why not keep on milking the Conan train there?
I know. You have a group of people that hate Conan. They're like, oh my God, another Conan omnibus in Epic collection. And then you have people that love Conan. They're like, heck yeah, more Conan. I love it. Which do you think is a better idea, getting the Spider-Man omnibus by Michelini and McFarlane, or to get Ultimate Spider-Man reprint in December? That's ultimately up to you. You got something from the 90s, the early 90s, and then something from the late 90s, early 2000s. Actually, 2000s when it started. Set in a separate universe, though. I will say it's easier to get into Ultimate Spider-Man because that is literally the jumping on point for Spidey, even though it's set into another universe. Alien Costume Saga Omnibus for Marvel is easy money. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Because that would map perfectly next to the Roger Stern Omnibus. Because the Alien Saga kicks off right after he leaves the book. Uncle Raj, and then it's Tom DeFalco comes in. Kicks all kinds of butt on Spidey, too. Glad we're finally getting some Ghost Rider epics. Yep. And next year they're doing this thing called the Year of the Spirit of Vengeance or something like that. So Johnny Blaze is back, even though he looks like Danny Ketch. Just saying. We really need a reprint of New Mutants Volume 2. Come on, Marvel, step up your game. They did, didn't they? That came out. That had 2 printings.
Yeah, they did do a reprint. Yeah. I can't remember if I don't think it's out. I think you can still order it from your comic shop if you go to your comic shop there.
Omar, we must change the Wolverine Omnibus Volume 3 covers, man. David Gabriel, if you're watching silently, I am telling you. I have asked. Again, I don't know. I did give my suggestion. But I don't know. Yeah, the bike is Danny's, isn't it? That's what I thought when I saw the picture. I got excited. I'm like, oh, yeah, Danny Ketch. Dude, there's a good dude. What's up, Toga? How are you, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Speaking of Conan, do you think Volume 6 Omnibus is delayed? I think it will be delayed. I haven't gotten my review copy. I just got my review copy today, right before I went in to do this episode, of Alias and the Zdarsky Marvel 2-in-1. Why is everybody hating on Carnage Born in Blood?
It's popular to hate 90s comics. Didn't you know that?
Here's the thing, man. It doesn't matter how much people hate on it. If they buy it, that's all that matters. Like, if that book sells, they'll make a volume. Because, I mean, I remember when you and I announced Venom, people were like, no. And then that book came out to be one of the...
Sold out.
It was, oh my gosh, that's right. It's like the #1 best-selling epic.
Yeah, actually, it hasn't sold out yet. I'm pretty sure they must have made a really big print run for that.
Pre-orders was the highest pre-ordered epic of all time.
Yeah.
I remember when I told you that we were live, and I was like, that's right. Goodbye, X-Men. Goodbye, Avengers.
So,
dude, I sold all of them.
Yep. And Carnage is going to be the same way. So I have a story because of this movie that's come out, the new Venom 2. My boys, they are 12 and 10, have been really interested in seeing it. They haven't seen the first Venom, but they really want to see this one because the concept of Carnage is really interesting to them based on whatever their friends at school have told them and stuff. I'm not letting them see it because I haven't seen it myself, and the idea of a more mature movie starring a serial killer is one that I need to pre-screen before I let them see it. But I've got no problem in showing them the old comics from the 90s because they, it still has that old sensibility where they are making comics for 12-year-olds. So They haven't been interested in any of the Marvel comics at all, but I handed them an old Carnage trade paperback, and they both sat down and read it. So
awesome.
he's got that appeal.
Carnage, to me, I loved Carnage. Like, I love the look of Venom, but I remember when Carnage came out,
Yep.
I thought, oh, this is my dude. This is the guy that's like, he's kind of like the Joker. He just kills because he wants to. Yeah, absolutely, man. Love the FF Epic Collections. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
I will, up until volume 26, which is rumored to be the last one, until 10 more years from now, where they rebrand Hero. Can you imagine the year they rebrand Heroes Reborn? Man,
everyone will lose their mind.
Phil Owens would be like, I don't want to live in this world anymore.
Well, at least that's not one of the Liefeld volumes. So
Liefeld is Avengers,
Captain America.
Captain America, right? Mm-hmm.
But once they rebrand those ones as epics, I mean, he already is. I can't remember if he's buying all of them or not. I think he is, but he already has to buy Liefeld volumes because of X-Force.
That was my dude, man. I was a teenager, all teenage. I was in the 8th. I think I was in the 8th grade when that was coming out. So 8th grade, man. My wife teaches 8th graders. She knows how angry they are at the world.
Oh yeah,
that was my dude, Carnage, man. I like them. Carnage was first introduced to me by the Max. I remember Maximum Carnage had the red cart.
That's right.
That was the first video game I remember seeing, a limited edition video game, because it had like a T-shirt and things like that. Did they rename the Alias Omnibus Jessica Jones like the solicit said? They did, but it's called Jessica Jones in small letters, Alias.
Yep, you got to have that Netflix tie-in.
Well, I was going to say, so the Alias name is still on there, like in the first printing, which is the Marvel Max Omnibus, and then the second printing, which is just Marvel. What's up, Smotlog? There's a good friend of mine from Kentucky.
Nice.
You missed all the announcements, but man, since you're here and everybody else is still staying a little bit late, we're going to do a quick recap. So, Curtis, can you pull up that last screen?
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
Carnage getting an epic. That's cool and all, but when will Big Wheel get the epic treatment? No. Does it have the Max on the spine, though? It doesn't, Freddy. It's just Marvel Omnibus like the second printing. I believe the second printing had the Marvel Omnibus logo. Has Peter David's Hulk Omnibus Volume 1 been postponed until January? I think that's still coming. I think that's late December, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check. They are moving the schedule around. And I do have a formal announcement, by the way. I'll post it on our social media. And for those of you that don't have social media, I'll leave it on probably on YouTube page, talking about the paper stock and that the delays and stuff. Then this is an official word from Marvel, not mine. Still no sign of a Pulse reprint or Omnibus. Will we ever get the 2099 lines collected? They are collected in Spidey's collected in Classic Edition. Yeah, that's it, right? No. Did Doom have a collection like the Warren Ellis run?
Yep, in paperback.
Yeah, no Omnibus yet. Nice. I prefer the Marvel logo. The Carnage Epic seems small. Shouldn't it include more Maximum Carnage, maybe? It does include all of Maximum Carnage in there.
All of Maximum Carnage, yep.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Alpha Flight Epics. How about an Alpha Flight reprint of that Omnibus and then a Volume 2? That would be awesome. Where's the Ravage 2099 everyone is clamoring for? I brought up Ravage the other day. Why? Oh, I was doing the Kill Raven overview, and I talked about how at the comic book store I worked at, the rumors were that Ravage had ties to Kill Raven. It was either his son, like those were the big rumors. All right, Curtis, I'm adding this, so here you go for anybody that missed it. Just got the first Thin Maestro trade. Hoping after the third mini comes out to collect all three together. I think they will. They'll probably do it in a complete collection. So here you go for anybody that missed it. Coming out in May, we have a reprint of Avengers Epic Collection Volume 22, Operation Galactic Storm. Waiting on my Vanna White.
That's right.
Wolverine Epic Collection again. This is the third printing of this book, Matterport Knights. Both of those in May and June. Excalibur Epic Collection Volume 1, The Sword is Drawn. And Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection Volume 1, Great Power. July, Captain America Epic Collection Volume 4, one that is so, gosh, I haven't seen this in years. Thought that was a new cover, but it's not. Hero or Hoax. And Fantastic Four Epic Collection 21, the new Fantastic Four. I love this book. I wish this was an OHC, but what are you going to do?
One day.
Fantastic Four Epic Collection Volume 4, The Mystery of the Black Panther. As well as X-Men Epic Collection Volume 17, Dissolution and Rebirth. And for Curtis's big surprise,
Carnage Epic Collection Volume 1, Born in Blood.
there you go.
What a surprise.
Smart
Shocking.
Lot paid $50 for the Operation Galactic Storm. Well, here's the lesson, though, man. It's only $10 more than retail price, so not too bad. At least you didn't pay $100. And now you know that eventually these books will be reprinted. So I always tell people, if you want to keep looking out for them and find them in retail, like for retail, go for it, right? If you don't want to wait. However, you're all grown-ups here, most of you, I think. Do whatever you want to with your money. Just
That's right.
Buy responsibly. And on that note, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. This was impromptu as they come. I got the list, sent it over to Curtis and said, let's do it, man. Let's have some fun, get everybody involved. So please, if you're enjoying this, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Curtis, where can people come and find you, man?
EpicMarvelPodcast.com. You can also search for the Epic Marvel Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and YouTube. And you can join my Facebook page that talks about Epic Collections. Just search for Epic Collections on Facebook.
That's right. So go and check him out. And then he is going to be joining me next Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with Lars, to look at the Marvel Epic Collection. Oh, I'm sorry, Marvel February solicitations. Yeah,
that's right.
There's one hardcover in there that I've already seen people leak because I've been tagged on. But what are you going to do? There's going to be more leaks, and there's nothing I can do about that. But if you want to come and check that out, we'll look at the prices, the covers, and the content, which is a lot more important. Everyone, thank you all so much for joining us. Seriously, it's been a lot of fun. Always a pleasure doing this. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for my regular Saturday Q&A. Have a great day. Check out cheapgraphicnovels.com. And if you live in Europe, check out Walt's Comic Shop. Everyone, stay healthy and safe out there. Much love. Oh, yeah, and if you didn't see your book this time around, there'll be more. There'll be more.
Always. They're always